Welcome to Mtowntonight.com, the Memphis late night talk show, your source for entertainment and helpful information, with your host, Mr. Darnay. Mtowntonight.com.
You once again, it is your man about town, your hometown guy, Mr. Darnay, coming to you live from Memphis, Tennessee for another edition of Thursday Night Live, www.mtowntonight.com. We are here Thursday, July the 27th, 2013. A little over half of the year of 2017 is already gone. And we're here coming to you live just to let you know that we care. We want to help you, and we want to help you be able to help you help somebody else. It's all about reaching out and grabbing that hand for those people that may need it and help bring them to the forefront, and we can all push forward together. I got some stuff to talk about tonight that I think that's very important. I actually aired this particular topic Tuesday night for Talking Tuesdays, but we were having some technical difficulties, and unfortunately, we had to delete that particular broadcast. So we're bringing that particular topic back to you tonight, and it's about something that everybody's been kind of playing around with videos and different mindsets and so forth, and that's the Illuminati. Who are they? What are they? Are they worth worrying about? Are they worth talking about? How do they directly or indirectly affect you and where you stand right now in your life? So we're going to get into that later on. Right now, let's sit back and listen to another hot track from my cats over at Black Syndicate Entertainment. Hot tracks, song concepts, development of jingles or hooks or whatever you're looking for, R&B or hip-hop. Get with the cats over at Black Syndicate Entertainment. They'll take care of you. Go to www.mtowntonight.com. Look up under the page for Black Syndicate Entertainment. They're a sponsor of the show. Feel free to use their information to get in contact with them about whatever particular idea or concept you want to talk about. Okay? So right now, sit back a minute. As we always do, my cocktail is to you and those that made it through the day and got your goals and objectives accomplished today and are able to share this evening with me. I salute you once again. Toast to you. I'll be back with you shortly. All right. Thank you once again for taking time out of your day to tune in to me and my views on whatever's going on, whatever we're talking about. I'm talking about thank you for your time. And I appreciate the many, many emails that I receive regarding the topics I discuss, the show, the format. Good and bad, I receive them all. I appreciate them all. My apologies to you if I'm not responding back to you in a timely manner, which you think, what you would think is a timely manner, respectfully. Plenty of emails. I do the best I can to get to them. Please don't hold it against me if I don't correspond back to you immediately, okay? Just bear with me and understand that we're growing and we're trying to do the very best that we can to bring good, solid information to the video world, if you will, if you want to call it that. This topic, the Illuminati. Now, before I get off into that, let me say this. Shouts out to everybody that has given me support in what I'm doing. those people that know me personally and professionally, thank you for your support. Um, I enjoy doing it. This is something that I've always wanted to do, and decided to go ahead and make the move because I felt that anytime that you feel you know something that can be beneficial to somebody else, you should feel obligated to share that information if at all possible. At least that's the way I was taught. When you learn a lesson and that lesson that was learned can be used by somebody else, that teaching moment can be given to somebody else where they can possibly bypass a negativity or a bad circumstance in order to achieve a goal, by all means share that information. I think that's what you're supposed to, that's the way I was taught. So that's what I'm doing with this platform, amongst other things that we have in store. So thank you for all of your support, your beautiful kind words. We've got a lot of people that want to do sponsorship. Hey, we're working on it. We're getting with you. Those that we're talking to, we thank you for your interest. And those that we have not gotten back with, we like to say to you, trust me, I definitely want to talk to you. I definitely want to talk to you. I'll say this though, for those that have come to the show with regards to talking about certain negative issues, real personal issues, we don't get off into that here. We don't do that. We don't talk about all that negative, you know, uh, stuff that's all over the internet and YouTube and everywhere else about all the gossip, who's doing this to who's sleeping with who. We could give a damn. We don't give a damn about any of that. None of that can help the people. And I don't give a damn about it if it's not about helping the people. So we're not at any point in time going to be comment. Well, we may comment respectfully. We may comment, but as far as doing particular shows about social lives of celebrity people that shouldn't be having some of the damn problems that they're having anyway, we won't waste our time doing it other than now. So, end of that. We welcome all ideas, concepts, friendships, alliances. Let's talk about it. Let's continue to talk about it, okay? Thank you all once again. Now, getting back to this story, the topic of the Illuminati. I've seen so many videos about who they are and what they do and how they control the world with their little strings and different things. And we just do what they say because they have all of this magic. You know, hey, I understand in the YouTube world, we want views. We want people to take a look at our videos. I understand that. But there comes a time when you have to look at the content of what you're putting out there and really look at it and see, is it really is what you say it is. All of these spooky videos about the Illuminati and who they are and how they run things, it's not that damn serious. It's really not that serious. First and foremost, Illuminati basically means enlightened ones. I mean, anybody can be the Illuminati based on that. It just means you're enlightened. You know some things. You've been taught some things. You've been shown some things. You know some stuff. Anybody can be that based on that definition. But when you want to, if we put it in the context of what everybody thinks the Illuminati is, this certain group of people that, they're so spooky and powerful that they sit around and all they do is control what we do all day, every day. No, it's not like that. In those videos that are misleading people like that, hey, I dig you want your views, but let's be for real about it. The Illuminati has no control over your life like you do. Stop giving boogeymen and spooky people power over you. There's nothing that the Illuminati is directly or indirectly doing to you right now that can keep you from being successful. Now, look at it this way. We should all know, or most of us all know, that there is a small group of people that have an overabundance of wealth, which creates power. And they have policies and procedures and other things in place and politics in place that keeps them at the top of the crop. And they pretty much control things through commerce and other areas. But all of the spooky stuff, let's stop. You're misleading people when you tell them that. It's not about all of that. And when it gets down even farther than that, it was actually created by a German philosopher, the Bavarian Illuminati, and he was a German philosopher, and You know, they had a whole bunch of superstitions and different things, and they realized back in those days that if 2 or 3 people knew something that other people didn't know, they can use that in itself as power over other people, just by them saying they knew something that you didn't know, or they knew something that you thought that you didn't know that they knew, but you actually knew. You just weren't using it or weren't thinking the way that they were. But it's been taken off into this spooky stuff, and now you got people talking about, well, you know, when you get to a certain status, you get to 50 million, 40 million, 30 million, 10 million. All of a sudden, you got to start going to these spooky meetings and sacrificing baby birds and you know letting a bunch of executives run up your ass. Well, if you're letting a bunch of executives run up your ass, that doesn't have a damn thing to do with the Illuminati. That's what you want for whatever deal they had on the table. That's what you wanted to do. I hear all of that from the rappers of that particular area, guys having to do this and that. If you did all of that, man, it didn't have a damn thing to do with a small group of people. You did it because you wanted to do it. You saw the ends to the means, and you were willing to deal with it that way. Let's stop putting these things on spooky people, boogeymen, and stuff like that, man. You made the decision to do that. Think about this group that they call or profess to be in the Illuminati. These people with so much power. If these people are who they are and they have so much power to where they control everything, why would they be concerned about what anybody thinks on this level or feels on this level? It wouldn't even concern them. My point in saying that is this: give an example. When Jay-Z and all of these other people got a certain amount of wealth, and all of a sudden now they're in the Illuminati, and these people are in the Illuminati, and blah blah blah. Let me explain something to you. Think about what you're saying. If this particular power group of people that have this abundance of wealth and power that pulls all the strings, one would have to conclude that there are no people of color on that board of directors. So when they make worldly decisions, all due respect to the brother, they're not calling Jay-Z to get his opinion. When they want to take over a particular area of the world, they don't get Prince, Michael Jackson, Kanye, and all of these other people that you all profess to be a part of this specific group. They don't call these people and get their opinion and ask them what they think should be going on. Trust me, they don't. They just don't do that. Because what we think, and even those of us that have achieved certain wealth, they don't give a damn about what we think. They could care less about that when you be real about it. These people would probably be Europeans of Caucasian persuasion. You know what I mean. All respect to those. You know what I mean when I say that. That's a high probability. No blacks will be on that board of directors. There's no affirmative action rule in place there, I'm sure. So why would they consider these people so important? And these people have very little compared to who they are and what they have. And they can take these people's wealth away just like that. We've seen it happen. Well, you can't take anybody's wealth away that are in that group. And they're not going to let anybody that come in that group that doesn't go along with what they want to do. And if you are not, and we're talking about generations of money, generations of wealth and power. We're not just talking about some new money. We're talking about generations. Yes, there's a group of people out there that have policies in place and abundance of wealth through all types of resources, natural and man-made and everything else. And they make decisions that affect us socially, sure. But at the end of the day, I don't give a damn what group you're talking about. No spooky group out of any particular area of the world or all over the world has power over where you go and what you do right now, right today. And people get caught up in that crap. Stop worrying about these people that you'll never meet, that quite frankly are not going to meet, don't want to meet you anyway. They have nothing in common with you. They have nothing in common with you. So if these people have nothing in common with you, and quite frankly, they don't give a damn about you. That's why they have their policies in place. Remember, to keep you where you are. So if this is all taking place, why as a peon are we worried about who the hell they are and what they're doing? They are not wasting a moment's time thinking about what we are, who we are, and what we're doing. They just make policies and do things to keep us in place, right? I can go with that concept. That's more probable. But this spooky stuff and all of the different actors and actresses and entertainers, these people would not even be considered for the Illuminati. They don't call these type of people when they make worldly decisions. And it's all respect to anybody that everybody, Rihanna, all of these different people you're throwing in just because they hold their hand up in a certain way and look a certain way, or you catch them looking down, all of a sudden you catch them, hey, Jay-Z held up the rock. I respect Jay-Z. But at the same time, I know that this is Delta Sigma Theta, black female sorority. That's what I've always known this to be. I understand Jay-Z took that and, not knocking him. I'm just saying. They've taken this and turned this into something else. And hey, people play on that stuff. People love to play on people's superstition. And that's all it gets off into, superstition. All of these different meetings, and whether they're meeting in the woods at 12 at night. Well, if they're meeting in the woods at 12 at night, I don't give a damn. If they're out there discussing whatever they're discussing, I don't give a damn. As long as they don't hit the airwaves and say we're killing all blacks in the morning, I could give a damn about what they're talking about. And you should feel the same way. Don't concern yourself about the Illuminati. It doesn't have anything to do with you directly or indirectly. You do what you're supposed to do. Stop getting off into these videos, spooking yourself out. It's the same thing with the sovereign movement. A total big misunderstanding about how the sovereign movement works. I don't have enough time in an hour to even discuss it with you. That's something maybe we can talk about down the road. So many brothers and sisters have been misled about the sovereign movement and what it means. It's not just something you play with. It's not something you just jive with and you're a quick study. You've read some literature. All of a sudden now you want to get off into that. You don't know who you're going up against. You're going up against the United States government, the federal government. They don't play. So when you play these type of games with these people, you need to have yourself prepared and know what's going on with you and your situation, what you're doing, getting your studies on. And it's the same thing with this Illuminati stuff. Ask Bill Gates. We probably can't ask him, certainly, but just, you know what I mean. He would probably know who the hell you talk. The Illuminati. Who are they? Is that a new software development company? That's the way he'd probably look at it. Not concerning himself about that. Don't concern yourself about it. Concern yourself about what you can do to further yourself. These people that make these Illuminati videos sitting back, coming up with all of these outrageous things about people holding their hands this way and standing this way. Well, let me say to you, as a brother of the Masonic order myself, a lot of this crap I see, I have never seen before about what's referring to masonry and all. I'm like, whoa, what part of the game is that? Well, I mean, I'm like, wow. You all are really getting creative with this stuff. You all are really getting creative with it. Next thing you know, probably they'll pop out of the airwaves. Barney was a longtime member of the Illuminati. That's why he smiled all the time. We need to stop giving these superstitions and groups power over us mentally so that we will be handicapped into feeling that we can't do anything because there's this invisible group that's looking down on us and saying, hey, you can't do that. It's been proven that they can't do that. Nobody can do that when you want to do something. So, when you watch these videos, keep your head and keep it in context. A lot of these guys and gals that are putting these Illuminati videos out are going way out in left and right field, way out in real deep water, with no raft or a very, very small raft. Just because you put two pieces of truth in it to fabricate and push the rest of your lie or all of the hype that you're putting on these videos, man, I understand everybody's trying to get ratings or likes or views, but hey, I'm saying to you myself, you have a responsibility to put good information out there. If it's entertainment, it's entertainment, understandably so. But if you're calling yourself as bringing information to people that can be helpful, Be responsible about it. I'm not preaching. I'm just following a rule that I think those that are uploading videos and information should follow. What's wrong with that? I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty responsible of me and those like me to feel personal that it shouldn't be information that is misleading our people. I try my best not to do that. I share legal information on the web. And as I always say, I'm not licensed to practice law in the state of Tennessee or the United States of America. Therefore, I can't give you any legal advice. I can't provide any legal assistance advice to you. However, I can share legal information with you. I can do that. So we have to be responsible. These Illuminati videos of Beyonce and and all of this type of stuff, and her two children are representing the moon of the West and all that other crap you be hearing, man. Stop it, man. You guys need to really, really reel it in. Bring some information to the people that they really can use. A little while ago, it was the accepted for value movement, where your Social Security card is linked to a federal bank in North Dakota or wherever it may be. Well, I tell you what, anybody out there that has gone through the accepted for value movement, where you are saying that you are just you are an actual individual and you're not a corporate person, and you all already know the spill. You're not the straw man, and you have control over the straw man. Therefore, the straw man, it has no real debt. Anybody that can send me some serious proof that you were able to accomplish that, I welcome it. I'd love to have you on my show. That's information that we all need to know. Real information, not doctored up documents that you've played with and photoshopped and photocopied. No, 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 no. If you've gone to the federal government and told the federal government that, hey, this is not me, this is me, and I'm representing him, and he doesn't owe what you say he owe, so squash it. That's what you all are saying in that movement. If you can prove that to me respectfully, please get in contact with me. Mtowntonight@gmail.com. I'd love to hear from you and love to see your document. I'd love to see it. We need to stop bringing these type of things to the table, giving people the idea that either they can't do anything because a certain group of people is keeping them down, or they've got the opportunity to get rich quick because they found out this. It doesn't go that way. In between there's something called hard work. And you got to do it. You can't blame these people. You can't blame these people. Get in the middle. Do your thing. Do your thing. All the Illuminati videos of all our artists and, the conspiracies behind, Prince died because, or Michael died. They killed Michael because he owned 50% of Sony, as they say. I mean, the Illuminati wouldn't even concern themselves with that. They just take it from Michael. This group we're talking about. They're big and bold and bad. They just take it from him. Why would they have to kill him? He's not a threat. He's not trying to rally people for rebellion, for the revolution. He didn't do that. Prince didn't do that. All due respect to him. I had Michael Jackson posters on my wall, and love Michael to death just as a brother because Michael could dance. You know where I'm coming from. I had Prince on the wall because Prince was the first cool dude that I knew girls liked, and girls liked Prince. And Prince, it was cool to be a dude and have Prince on your wall. Nothing funny about it. It was just, hey, that's Prince. I dig Prince. I like his music. And the girls like his music too. So, but they were, unfortunately, they were drug addicts. They were drug addicts. Whitney Houston, loved to listen to Whitney. Had my music playing, Whitney Houston in the background when I'm on the phone when I was a kid, serenading my phone caller. Whitney passed away, rest in peace. But Whitney was a drug addict. The Illuminati had nothing to do with that. Drug addict. We hate to say that about our heroes and our favorite artists and actresses and so forth, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So let's not put the spooky stuff on it. See, that takes away the self-responsibility and accountability for self to do what you need to do. If you always think that there's invisible, you know, puppet masters and stuff keeping you in this hole, well, that thinking in itself, and we're big on thinking here at Mtowntonight.com. Thinking for yourself keeps you out of that hole. If you think somebody else is controlling you, most of the time they are then, starting with that very thought. So we have to don't give rise to these spooky booky groups, the Illuminati, that whole concept. That whole concept. And by the way, let's look at it this way. Let's say these people are big and powerful and spooky as people try to, proclaim them to be. They know by now that everybody knows who they are, what they are, and what they do. And there's not a damn thing can be done about it. What can we do about it? Physically, we can do nothing from that perspective. We can't overthrow them. Remember, this is the group that has it all, that has the world on a string. It goes down to an individual responsibility, and then it works outward. Family, children, community, so forth. That's how we change the world. And then they have no choice but to conform from that perspective. They have to. Because the mind games and stuff don't work anymore. Because we are aware. And I understand these videos are there to try to bring awareness to the people. But bringing awareness and throwing all this other stuff because a particular star had their hand by their chest and two fingers were together and one finger was she's or he in the stop it. That's not true. That's not true. That's just not true. And if you have that instance, it may be 1 in a million that does it. Outside of that, I respectfully know of no Masonic brothers that I've seen that walk around throwing Masonic signs or what have you. It just doesn't go that way. Not in the order, the real order. Sometimes when the younger generation came in, and it was always a young generation coming in, but when the younger generation mentally came in, they kind of twisted things around a little bit to fraternize it, to turn it into a black fraternity at a college or something like that, and it was nothing about that. Respect to the fraternities and sororities in black colleges. But they turned the Masonic order to that, and next thing you know, boom, 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 now it's something to talk about. Now people are claiming it out of nowhere. No. You got to go through something to get in that, just like you have to go through something to get in those other fraternities and sororities or any particular group or club. That's where all of this secret stuff comes from. That's how this Illuminati stuff started, with a guy and a couple of other people that say, hey, you know this, I know that. We're not going to tell anybody, and then we're going to act like this. And everybody was like, well, who are they? And it spawned from there. Do your research. You may have some variables here and there, but for the most part, that's how it started. So let's not give rise to these mindsets. Let's get our mind in control and be on point about what we need to do as individuals so that we can work together with each other and not concern ourselves about spooky rich people. Let's get off of that. Let's get off of that. Okay. And looking at a lot of videos that I see on YouTube, for the most part, there are a lot of helpful videos. I see a lot of videos about finance, a lot of videos about entrepreneurship, and it's beautiful when you have that type of. I love YouTube. I really do. I think it's some of the best stuff out here. I think it's better, quite frankly, than the regular networks, because I have yet to go to YouTube and be able to not find what I'm really looking for. Very few times to none have I not been able to find what I'm looking for. And that's the beauty of this type of advertising or broadcasting. So we have that responsibility, and I fully take full charge and responsibility of myself to try to put accurate information out there. And if by chance I do not do that, and it has been brought to my attention by someone else, or I caught it, I will make the adjustment. I will make the apology if necessary. I will recant it and put out the proper information. That's why I do my research. That's why I sit back and take what I do seriously, because I care about those that watch me, that give me their time each Thursday night, each Tuesday night. I want you to leave this show feeling that there was something that you knew that you didn't know an hour ago. And that information can be beneficial to you, not just a talking point in a conversation tomorrow at work. In accordance with that, to go along with that, I can use that information to help me do better and pass it on to someone else. That's from the heart with me. That's the way I see it. And I feel if we did that more, we would be more successful for certain. And when you have more success, it breeds more success, because you feel good about being able to help someone. Most people feel good about being able to help somebody in any type of way, because most people are good people. Things happen, they get led astray, they get off track. Then they begin to give rise to different schools of thought or superstitions and so forth. And mistakes are made, sometimes detrimental to the point of years of not being able to get back to point one, square one. We've been through it. I've been through it. Misinformed, or not even following up on the information that misinformed you to the degree to where, had you done your research, then you wouldn't have been misinformed anymore, because maybe possibly you found something to contradict that, to give you more thought about it, to make you think about it just a little bit more before you make the decision on how you're going to deal with that information. Is it beneficial to you or someone else or not? Personal pride. Don't worry about the damn Illuminati, whomever they may be. Some people say they're the Kennedys, the Rothschilds, the Gettys, the Armour family, the Reynolds family, the Rockefeller. I mean, you can go on and on of who they could be. Everybody that I just named, though, was filthy rich, family filthy rich. And at the same time, Illuminati, enlightened ones. That's basically what it means. That could mean anybody. So the whole damn planet could be Illuminati if they enlightened themselves, if they learned some things. You can put the spooky stuff on it if you want to. Let's just keep it simple, though. Keep it where people can use it, and let it be something that they can actually use as a tool to help. Let's be fair, to sum it up. There are a small group of people in this world that have an overabundance of wealth, which generates power that can be used through politics and policies and the setting of policies. And they can run the world from a commerce perspective on how they want to continuously generate wealth. Yes, that's going on, but it's not anything spooky. These people don't have buttons they can push to make you make the wrong decisions in your life. So they don't control it like that. Let's remember that. Let's not be handicapped by that. Let's not be handicapped into believing that people like Denzel Washington is a part of the damn Illuminati because he's did 20 movies. All of this stuff about, actors, they wear me personally, let me be the first one to say it. I don't know of any monies that would put me in a position where I would wear a woman's suit throughout a 2-hour movie to play a part. I'm sorry. That's me. Kevin Hart, any of those other actors, Wesley Snipes and Flip Wilson back in the day with Geraldine and Jamie Foxx. I mean, these guys, hey, they're actors and comedians. They did, I'm pretty sure it was contractual that they had to do it. They put themselves in contracts to where they signed up for that. Go right ahead, bruh. Denzel's never done it. And I'm pretty sure they've probably come to him and said, hey, we want you to dress up as so-and-so. It's going to be great. It's going to be a blockbuster. It's going to be the next big one. And Denzel probably looked at him and said, well, maybe so. I'm pretty sure it would be because it's me. But I don't have to do that. It's going to be that anyway with me. So if that's the script you got, you can keep that. That's the mindset. You don't have to do it. You don't have to be conned into all of this thought process that these people are making these people play women and wear women clothes. They doing what they want to do. Nobody's holding a gun to their head and telling them, hey, you've got to wear this woman. You've got to play Big Mama in Big Mama's house, Martin. Or Tyler Perry, he's 1 minute he's in the Illuminati, the next minute they're controlling him. It's so much stuff out there. 1 minute he's in the Illuminati, the next minute he's being controlled because he can't give Madea up because he got to keep doing Madea for the rest of his life. Where's all this? Oh my goodness, it's not that damn serious. Tyler Perry is doing Madea because Madea, all due respect to her, that character is a character that was who everybody grew up on. From a business standpoint, Madea is profitable. So he'll probably do Madea until she passed away. It'll probably be a Medea's passing away, or Medea's gone, or Medea's dead. I wouldn't doubt it. He gonna play Madea until she can't walk no more. Medea's crippled. Business. So don't get caught up in the hype. Just because you acquire a certain amount of wealth didn't mean you had to get your booty stuck. You got your booty stuck because you wanted to. Or you got with that young lady because you wanted to. Or you did whatever because you wanted to. No spooky group sat around and pulled strings and made you do it. It takes away from the responsibility and the accountability of the individual. And that's our problem in this society. Nobody wants to be responsible and accountable. Hey, I check myself every day. I wake up every day trying to be better than yesterday. I'm not perfect. I try to be. And I try to teach my kids to try to be. My queen tries to be. That's what we do. And that's what you should do. Say your prayers and have your meditations. Go to bed with a clear conscience. Wake up the next day bright and bushy-tailed as a rabbit on a damn Easter Sunday. And go get the eggs. Put them in the bag. That's what's up. I don't know what eggs and rabbits got to do with each other. I mean, it's a story behind that, but go get the eggs and put them in the bag. So let's keep the Illuminati on the ground level here. Let's look at them and say, hey, they're a group of people that run stuff. Okay. We don't have to worry about them. They ain't worried about us. We're not worried about them. Our favorite actors and actresses and entertainers have not sold their soul because they've made $30 million. Or they've gone to a freaky deaky party. Freaky deaky party has been going on in Hollywood for years, and it will continue to go on. And those that go to them for what reason? To be freaky damn dicky. That's what they do. That's Hollywood. So when you ride up on one of these parties, I'm sure if you walk in, hey, that don't mean you're getting with them. That don't mean that. But if you went there, you see what it is. Nobody made you. So let's take our actresses and our actors out of this and stop doing them like that. Give them more credit. Give them more credit. For those out there that are giving these type of mindsets of the Illuminati and the Bilderberg group, yes, these groups exist. Trilateral Commission, they exist. But they don't know you. And you've been fine. You don't need to know them. It doesn't have anything to do with you. That's about policy of other things. Now, if you grow throughout your life and you get to that status, hey, it's possible. But my point being is keep your concern in the area where you have control. Stop worrying about these spooky groups. Those that are putting these type of videos out there, be more responsible. Stop putting all this crap and hype about all of these actresses and actors and rappers. People want to hear that shit. I dig it. And you want your views. I just think more credible information would be better. Any of you accepted for value guys out there and the gals out there that have gotten rid of over $200,000 worth of debt by just writing your name and sending it to the Department of Treasury and all that other stuff with your Social Security number stamped on it with the UCC code. Hey, get with me. I want to know. I want to hear about it. I want to see is what they say it is. I've seen some documents doctored up where these people say you don't owe this anymore. Yeah, okay, I need to see some real documents. Somebody prove to me that accepted for value works. For those of you that have been of sound mind and have been in the internet age here and watching YouTube and staying in the know, you know what I mean about the accepted for value movement, the accepted for value concept with your social security number and your birth certificate all of that stuff. Everybody, for those people that have some knowledge of that, if you know of an individual that has gotten that done and does have some proof, please, I want you on my show. That is pertinent information to our people. And I'm working with a beautiful lady here in town. Her and her husband are doing some business. They've got a couple of things going on. They do real estate as well, from what she has told me. But we want to bring her on. She's going to talk about some things that I really don't want to give away right now, because if I give those things away, I'll give away where she works, who she is, and I want to keep that right now under wraps. We're still in communication. I'm trying to get her to respond back. She's a busy lady, but I'm trying. Hopefully, she can respond back to me, and we can bring some more information to the table to you about dealing with our public utility company here in town, other businesses and bill collectors that you can deal with. It's all about what we can do to make your day better. How we can help you make your situation better. We've gotten so much information and feedback off of the dealing with creditors video. I mean, I'm really telling you, I've gotten more views on that video than any I've done. And I must say I'm appreciative of that. That lets me know that people have issues that they want to try to resolve. And I'm here to try to help you resolve them. So if there's anything that I can do, and I've gotten some emails with particular questions, and I've responded back, I will correspond with you through Gmail if you like. Let's do that. We don't have to meet. I'm not going to I'm not going to ask for any particular personal information. We can communicate strictly by email. Strictly by email. We don't even have to be on a first name basis. Anything to make you feel comfortable. Trust me, I want none of your personal information. I'm not going to make you any guarantees, but I will correspond with you. I will answer questions and help you get questions answered, help you research and do some things, if at all possible. Get with me, get at me, continue to get at me. Mtowntonight@gmail.com. That's what we're here for. We are continuously trying to do everything we can to come in contact with people that are willing to bring information to the table that our people don't know, or that they do know and hadn't realized how important it is to use it. And let me say this to you. In this quest of the human race and trying to be the human race that we quite frankly know we should be, which is not hard to do, but there are so many agendas in play that it's hard to get to that road. But in this quest, it is the responsibility of us all that have the capacity to learn, to know, and grow. Help those that are next to us. And everybody's not going to listen. That's one thing right now. A lot of people feel that they can't be told anything. They don't want to be told anything. All they have to do is Google it. But those people that are interested, that want to learn and know and grow, these are the people that we need to be communicating. Those others will eventually do one of two things. They'll either jump aboard or they'll fall by the wayside. That's the point I'm getting to. Some of us are not going to be saved. Some of us are going to fall by the wayside. And it's going to be sad. But that's a natural order of things. That's a natural order of things. And it has happened in any case that you can think about, no matter what you do, no matter what information you bring to the table. Some people are just not going to get it, either because they don't want to or they don't have to. They feel they don't have to. Either way it goes, most of the time, those two things have bad results attached to them. We can see that in catastrophes that have happened all over the world, all over the United States, thunderstorms, earthquakes, whatever it may be. Get out of there. Some people listen, some don't. It happens. So some people are going to be by the wayside in this quest of us being a better people. We really don't have a choice. Our children are in a state of damn panic. And unfortunately, a lot of this generation's children's parents, you know, they're lacking some things. Hey, being a parent is not easy. Never said it was. But when there are certain things that are not in place, it makes it even harder to be a parent. And these kids have so much thrown at them right now. They've got the internet, they've got stuff like the Illuminati, just brazen on brazen types of nonchalantness, nothing that matters really. And they get caught up and spooked up in this crap. All the love and hip hop, all of this stuff, looking at an abundance of people that quite frankly have quote unquote made it. Millionaires supposedly, and still can't get it right. Still can't get it right. So in this quest, as I say, in this human race that we're part of, we need to be trying to learn and do as much as we can to help those that are with us, our children, family that we love and care for, do better, be better, learn more, and do more. That's the only way we're going to change. And all of us are not going to see it that way. All of us are not going to make the change. But it starts with those, such as myself, that have taken the responsibility to say, hey, these are things that I know. These are things that I've been exposed to. These are people that I trust and trust me. They've entrusted me with knowledge and information and experiences to share. So as it is my duty to make sure that that is represented properly. In putting up your videos about this Illuminati and who's in it and its purpose, hey, put at the back of your video, it has nothing to do with you personally. It's just the ideas of a particular group. And we all know there's a small group, as we say, a small group that runs the whole thing. That's nothing spooky. We know that. So with knowing those things, the best we can do, in spite of those things, is to do the very best that we can at what we do. And don't allow ourselves to get caught up in the lifestyle or whatever it may be of these that have absolutely no concern for us whatsoever. Whatsoever. We are wasting time when we deal with them. I understand the likes and the views are important. I want them both myself. I'm just saying, for those that are viewing these type of videos, look at it as entertainment. Don't look at it as a truth outside of the norm of, well, there are a few families that are running things that are in play, and we understand that. But to the degree to where they're pulling the strings and creating situations that you can't be on top of, that is a lie. I don't give a damn who they are. That is a lie. And don't buy off into that stereotype. Don't buy off into the concept of just because Jay-Z, Beyonce, and other blacks and other people of real wealth all of a sudden are in this group because they've made a certain amount. So now they got to go over here and sacrifice a baby bird or a baby duck or whatever the crazy stuff they come up with. Your child, who does that? Who willingly sacrifices his child for some millions? Who does that? That was said about Bill Cosby years ago. It was said about Dr. J years ago with the losing of their sons. Really? That doesn't have a right now. Bill Cosby's going through all of this crap regarding these allegations of years ago. The Illuminati wanted to get him. Really? Stop. No, you know who wanted to get him? Some attorneys, some broke females. All due respect to what they say happened to him. You got raped the first time, and then the second time you went back, you really couldn't believe he tried to rape you again. But the third time you figured he wouldn't try it again. Meanwhile, you're popping pills, blamed it on him. Huh. Yeah, sure. The Illuminati did that. No, some broke females did that and got with an attorney, and they had a little something to work with. And he, as a man, all due respect to him, he came out and said this and that, this and that. We don't know what he and his wife had already known. His wife, I'm pretty sure, already knew about this crap. At the end of the day, Bill Cosby was probably making payments and paid off, and probably got tired of paying. Probably said, hey, I'm in my 80s or what have you. I don't need to pay these women anymore. I know they're going to come out at me, but hey, let's go at it. My wife loves me. I love her. She ain't going nowhere. I'm not going anywhere. What can they do to me? They've already set me up where they try to besmirch my character. But those people that really know me know what my legacy is. The Illuminati had nothing to do with that. Some broke people had something to do with that because they saw an opportunity. If you want to put all the spooky stuff in it, okay. But at the end of the day, that's not what it was about. And as long as we can keep that perspective in play, then we can see the bigger picture. You get worried and caught up about this group of people, put their hands on them and turn the string, blah, 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 blah. So you lose sight of the real focus of what's going on. You get caught up in the smoke screen, the diversion. And that's what they want. Don't go for the diversion. Don't go for the diversion. I'm not a big fan of that type of thought process. I know it's a smoke screen, so I hate to see people that go through that. This coming Tuesday for this show, normally I would have an open forum per se. I would respond to emails or actually have a topic off the cuff. But since the increase of creditor requests regarding how to deal with creditors and bankruptcy and so forth have been so big in the response to that particular video, I feel the need to go over that again. And for those that it can help, and they may want me to reiterate something they heard in the previous video, I'll be more than happy to do that and go in depth with that. And we're actually working on making some classes available for dealing with debt consolidation, dealing with creditors, all types of stuff. We're getting into this age of you got to do it for yourself. You got to do it for yourself. Companies are not even giving out big jobs like they used to. Not for the most part in the wide open spectrum, So you got to really do it for yourself. And that starts with good information. And being a person that's providing good information, you have a responsibility to that. So all of you YouTubers out there, always remember, I'm with you. I want to bring the best information to our people that they can use and be beneficial for those around them to use as well. So let's keep it clean and understand that we don't have to do all of this spooky talking to get to get their attention. Just have good, solid information. And I lead the pack with saying that to myself. I hold myself to that same standard from here and here on out. And as I always say in closing, to my viewers, I am no better than you. I don't sit before you as if I'm taller or higher on a pedestal than you. For I am you. I'm just like you. I've just been through some things and situations and circumstances and have lived through them. And if those victories, the lessons learned from those victories can help you be better, do better, and help someone else, the dues were worth being paid for by me. That's what it's all about. I am your man, Mr. Darnay. Thursday, July 27th, 2017, saying to you good night. And until Tuesday night, Talking Tuesdays, we'll see you then. Do better so you can be better. I'm out.